יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם.
Members of the diplomatic corps, teachers, faculty members, relatives and friends of our graduates, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, welcome to the graduation ceremony of the 42nd International Master of Public Health course at the Braun School of Public Health and Community Medicine of Hebrew University of Jerusalem and the Hadassah Medical Organization.
Take with you home a commitment, an experience, a lesson for life. You saw part of it just in the last hour when we had an opportunity to hear the address, the beautiful teaching, bright, beautiful built address.
Method of learning in Israel is in many ways different in method of learning over the globe. One may say it is the Jewish method of learning. You do not learn by dictating. You do not learn by repeating only. You do not learn only by acquiring information. No. The method of learning is the method of questioning. You are encouraged to question, to ask. A lesson is not just a lesson of a teacher telling you. You have to ask, why is it so? Because by asking your question, any individual question, you become involved in the process of learning. Then the answer of the teacher becomes yours because the question was yours. And since you spend some time in Passover ceremony, why won't we go back to this ceremony? It is about two things. One, partnership in the Middle East between us and the Egyptians, and yes, how much we learned in Egypt, even nowadays from each other, and we should learn more. And there is another. The second point is about the discourse between the generations. You cannot start a Passover evening teaching about freedom. That's the message. That's the night. You cannot start talking about freedom without having the kids asking. Otherwise it won't work. They have to ask in order for you to answer. And your answer is about slavery and freedom. And this is the discourse that has been going for thousands of years between parents and kids. Kids asking, when they're 2 years old, 3 years old, they just know the tune. You remember because you participate. It's nice that she asked. It's nice that he asked. It's beautiful. When he becomes 6, he already understands something. When he becomes 8, maybe his sister asks. But he knows now something about his time of questioning. And the answer is he's got. In 16, they already ask themselves what's the meaning of slavery, freedom, and responsibility. And here comes you. Here comes each of you. Each of the ones who participates in this program, each of the ones who carries with him and with her the message of freedom, the message of questioning, learning, and bringing back answers. You know the questions and you know the answers. And this great school is based on 3 again. Questions taken, I said it yesterday, now you understand better how it bridges to today. questions you take from the world, from the reality, from the public health services, from the needs of your people. Now you are dressed with your costumes, with the traditional dresses of your people and your places, and you remember the needs that brought you over to here. These are our needs also. We know every moment what are our needs, and we know how to take the questions from the arid weather of us, from the shortage of water once upon a time of us, for the need of vitamins of us. These are the questions that we took from day-to-day life, like yourselves. And then we have the method of basic sciences. You know, nothing is solved by feeling. It's not a gut feeling. You studied how to understand the basic sciences. This is the uniqueness of this school. Not only questions, but basic sciences. Statistics, demography, analyzing the material, comparing to each other. It's not a solution of one-time feeling. It's a method of comparing, then the check and balance, then the answer that you take back from your reality as a question to your reality as an answer. So, you know, if you went to the Faculty of Agriculture, that we met with them yesterday, and they're still with us, this one, it's an invention of us, cherry tomato, very tasty. It's a result of questioning. We patent it. As you patented what you studied, like this yellow pepper. Also, Faculty of Agriculture, the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, in Rehovot. The method is one. The system is one. The commitment is one. And if you haven't understood it, you are not going to get your degrees. However, you went through it, and you understand it better than anybody else, because you knew how the teacher in the class took your daily issues from your daily countries, brought it to the basic science, and gave a solution. You go back home, and you remember, as Ambassador Gal said today, you remember that this is home. You'll come back home to share with questions, to come to give lectures and teach, and from time to time to meet with your alumni in order to strengthen, and that is the last third advantage of this school. Questions, basic and applied sciences, and networking. Look at the colors of the dressings, look at the face, look at the names, look at the individual face of each of you, and remember, you make a network. In your power is to solve the problems not because only thank those who enable you coming, because from your own talents, commitments, and experience, you are going to build the future of your own people that becomes very soon the answers and the needs of the world. And that's what we learned for Sir Trevor Pierce, from Lady Daniela, live for long life. And today we have guests, Lord Mendelssohn, others who came to see, and trust me, any meeting, one-on-one with this group creates a new wave of commitment of us and others to enable many more of your like to continue on this trend to save the world in a very simple way. Personal commitment using your talents. Good luck to you, and it's not a wish. I make you know that you are going to be successful. Good luck is going to be the recipe.
It is really a great honor and pleasure to greet you at this graduation ceremony of the International Masters in Public Health. On behalf of the Faculty of Medicine, I congratulate you on your achievement. The 21 graduates today join more than 850 public health professionals who graduated from this excellent school. The students of this year's international program came from 17 developing countries, and following graduation will contribute tremendously to the different aspects of public health planning and execution in their home countries. This graduation ceremony, as well as you and I, all of us can see, is one of the most remarkable ceremonies at the Hebrew University. The combination of people coming from different cultures to address regional and global medical issues provides exceptional opportunity. I have no doubt that this integration sets the stage for a unique learning experience and joyful atmosphere. Dear graduates, you studied this year and were educated as Masters in Public Health. These studies provided you with tools for examining public health problems and formulating relevant responses at the institutional, community, and national levels. You have developed knowledge and skills in a broad range of public health disciplines, which prepare you to take up key positions as leaders and teachers in your home countries, in disease prevention and disease control. I am confident that the educational and social features that you have gained and experienced during this year will be forever part of your life. I know that you also took advantage of a wide range of social and cultural activities that serve to bond and integrate you and introduce you to the historical and modern Israel. I'm sure that the social events that you have participated in and your trips across Israel made this year even more significant for you. This is a great opportunity for me to thank the Mashhav at the Israel Ministry of Foreign Ministry, the British friend and the American friends of the Hebrew University, the Moshal Foundation, and of course, the Pierce Foundation. Their donations made this year's teaching program possible. The support of this organization manifested as fellowship for the students is greatly appreciated, and I am confident that it will continue for many years to come. I also would like to thank all the teachers and instructors of the program, and particularly Professor Yuda Newmark, for without his devoted work, this teaching program could not have taken place. Surely not with such a great success. Dear graduates, you are now embarking on a new future. I know that at least 2 students have decided to stay in Israel, and we are happy for that. Others will return to their home countries, and I am confident that you will all serve as good ambassadors, not only for the School of Public Health and the Hebrew University and Hadassah, but also for the State of Israel and its citizens. I wish you all the best professionally and in your personal life. Every life is a story. Make yours a bestseller. Happy graduation.
During their course of studies here in Jerusalem, the IMPH students have come to appreciate that our school has 2 institutional parents, Hebrew University and Hadassah. And we're grateful to both institutions for their support and for providing an environment that is academically stimulating and physically comfortable.
I would like to thank and salute the graduates for the effort that they've taken, first of all, to come over to Israel, secondly, to spend here a year, and I'm sure that it has been an interesting experience for you. What I would like to do is take you a little bit back into history, about 100 years back. And it's 1912, when Henrietta Zoll, the founder of our organization, which is an Israeli-American organization, came over at that time to Palestine and discovered basically that there's no infrastructure for what she at that point understood was the beginning of healthcare in the United States. And she established HWZOA, which is the Hadassah organization in the US, and the HMO organization, Hadassah Medical Organization here in Israel. And this organization spread all over the country and created what we call today the Drop of Milk, which is an organization that was working for the benefit of the entire population at that time of Palestine, and later on for Israel, to prevent maternal death post-delivery, and also to keep the babies safe and without disease. From that, we flourished into a hospital and a hospital system here in Jerusalem and all over the country. And upon the creation of the State of Israel, Hadassah focused on 3 issues: education, research, and providing the citizens of Jerusalem the best medical care we can provide them. And this is where we are today. I think if we look backwards at the really astonishing accomplishment of the State of Israel when it comes to public health, we should recognize the contribution of the organization of which I'm representing, and with whom you had the ability to see a little bit of what has been done here at the university, and in this fantastic collaboration we have for the past nearly 70 years between the Hebrew University and Hadassah. And I think this brings really the strengths to this organization. So to conclude, I would like to thank you for coming over. I would like to salute you for the effort you've taken. I would like to thank your families and your kids for the time that they've taken to support the effort that you had to put into the studies and not into your families. And I do hope that you will keep in touch with us, and you always will feel us as part of your family, and to come over and visit us. Thank you very much.
As our graduates return to their seats, I'd like to take this opportunity to quickly thank the people who help us swim through the sometimes turbulent waters, the fabulous IMPH team. Pamela Malka, the program secretary. I won't even try to describe the myriad tasks that Pam carries out on a daily basis, from contact with applicants well before they arrive in Israel to preparing transcripts at the end of the course and everything in between. Working alongside Pam and bearing the responsibility of the endless stream of day-to-day issues is Edna Yoshua Perez. Edna is the administrative coordinator of the program and the one who ensures that we'll have enough apartments for all the students, that textbooks will arrive on time, that teachers get paid, and as the saying goes, behind every successful graduation ceremony is a great woman. Edna is that great woman. Thank you very much. Sincere thanks also to Dr. Ronit Zinreich, the academic coordinator of the program. Ronit resolves the many and complex academic questions that arise, and in the spirit of preventive medicine, she often does so even before they become issues. So Ronit, on behalf of the students and the teachers, thank you. And for the few minutes during the entire year that the students were not in class or in the library, we are extremely grateful to Matan Azulai, our tireless and patient social coordinator. And as has been mentioned, with the graduation of this year's class, we have over 860 IMPH alumni in 96 countries across the globe. Through the combined efforts of Dr. Maureen Malawani, the IMPH Alumni Academic Coordinator, Ms. Ruud Kramer, our Alumni Communications Coordinator, and Rachel Bernstein, our Outreach Coordinator, We maintain close contact and professional collaborations with hundreds of these graduates across the globe on a regular basis and make sure the world hears about this great program and the remarkable work our graduates and students are doing. And lastly, to an informal member of the IMPH team, but no less important, to Neva Treisman, our school secretary, whose assistance on the very many administrative matters and her resourcefulness is greatly appreciated. The IMPH program was established in 1971 through the support of Mashav, Israel's Agency for International Development Cooperation of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Over the years, Mashav has been a vital supporter of the program and a committed partner in many of our other global public health training activities.
And in general, it's a great privilege for Mashav to be associated with this program since 1971. And when you hear the numbers of 850 graduates, it definitely makes Israel a very proud member of the international community and a very proud member of the sources that are trying to improve public health all around the world. Today, Mashav is part of this program as one of the sponsors, sponsoring 5 scholarships for this program, and we are very honored this year to sponsor 5 participants from Nepal, Haiti, Guyana, and 2 from Fiji. And we are doubly honored and happy to sponsor 5 additional students in the coming program that will start towards the end of this year from Antigua and Barbuda, Fiji, Haiti, Guyana, and Tonga, some of which thank you, some of which have been very heavily affected by the last hurricanes, and I think sharing the Israeli experience of public health with representatives from those unfortunate areas will be a definite contribution. I think by the year 2050, humanity will probably reach the frightening figure of 10 billion inhabitants on this planet. And the only way that the human race will be able to deal with the challenges in food insecurity, in water insecurity, in public health insecurity, border insecurity, the only way that humanity will be able to face those challenges will be through technology, through smart technology, through the combination of technology, and through the sharing of know-how between human beings, between peoples, because no one community, no one country will be able to deal with the challenges alone. And Israel is a very proud member of this community of countries who are sharing their know-how, who are sharing their experience with others. I head Mashav, the Israeli Agency for International Development Cooperation and Israeli Aid worldwide, and we have very proudly trained up until today 300,000 different individuals from almost 150 different countries in various fields of development, starting from agriculture, water, education, and of course health and public health. And this program is definitely the backbone of public health international cooperation that Israel is a part of, and we are very happy with this program. And we, at least on the government part, will do as much as we can for this program to continue and for many, many more graduates to join this family of 850 graduates that already exist. So again, I want to praise the Hebrew University and praise the Hadassah Hospital and wish all of you safe travels back home, and welcome to the family of Israeli graduates, and shalom and toda.
One of our many phenomenal IMPH alumni is Dr. Luis Rosa Sosa, who studied here 3 years ago from the Dominican Republic. Shortly after returning home following his own graduation, he was sent by Médecins du Monde, Doctors of the World, to establish and coordinate medical services for the thousands of Syrian refugees arriving daily into the Zaatari displaced persons camp in Jordan. After successfully scaling up the services and establishing a network of volunteer community health workers, Dr. Rosa returned home to take up the post of Director of Public Health Programs at Health Horizons International Foundation. But that didn't last very long, as his services and qualifications were desperately needed in Beirut, in the war-torn city where he is currently working.
Thank you for inviting me tonight to participate in this celebration. Congratulations to all of you who are here finishing a rewarding year of public health studies. You are joining a prestigious group of graduates of the Hebrew University Brown School of Public Health, Hadassah, which has hosted over 60 students since 1970. More than 850 students from 96 countries across the globe have participated in this unique experience and have returned home and to make important contributions to the health and development of their countries and beyond. Also, just I mentioned for the history, for the one of Dominican, Mr. Dr. Luis Manuel Rosa Sosa, who was graduated in 2007, since his training here in Jerusalem, and he has continued his global experience working with Medicine Sans Frontières, establishing a care facility for Syrian refugees. This is, for me, is a special history and globally amazing cooperation. He has also returned to the Dominican Republic. Today, he in Dominican Republic serves in this system for public health. If I add a personal note, I would like to allow to me to say, I am very emotional today in this celebration. Why? Because I was in Israel and participate in Masha course. I am Masha. After this, I start my career, diplomatic careers in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the Dominican Republic. And after 1 year, back to Israel and participate like in different programs and receive posting like consul in Israel. And after years, back to Israel again, like ambassador. I really part of this cooperation and my professional life is testify about my professional life is part of Israel, is part of Masha. As ambassador of the Dominican Republic and as the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, I wish to you all the greatest success in your journey forward from this exceptional international program. Thank you and welcome.
יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, יבוא שלום עלינו.